Welcome back to Fight Lab 48. Next fight up, Rodney Hot Rod Jordan taking on Akio Fujiwara. You know what's the most interesting about this fight? Rodney Jordan, 4-4. Very, very experienced. Akio, a debut from East Coast fighter.
Absolutely surprised that they were actually allowed Akio to actually come through and have this fight with Rodney having 8 fights on his record. I think the biggest thing that people are looking past is even though he has those 8 fights, he has 4 losses. He hasn't put a winning streak together more than 3 at a time. So this is all could be a good standing point for Akio to make a statement for himself and say that he's not just your average debuter. He's looking forward to coming in here and making a good show today and showing everybody who he is and making a statement here today for himself as well as East Coast fighter.
All right, guys, let's see what happens in the cage.
Introducing first to my left, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands in at 5 feet 4 inches tall and weighing tonight at 135 pounds. He's making his MMA debut tonight, representing East Coast fighter Akio. Fighting out of the red corner. He stands in at 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighing in tonight at 135 pounds. He has a record of 4 wins against 2 defeats. Representing the dark side of MMA in Charlotte, North Carolina, please welcome Hot Rod Rodney.
At all times and make commands at all times. Touch him up, do look back.
Carolina Warrior TV here at Fight Lab 48 with Kevin the Master of Cool and Joseph Juggernaut Pacheco. We have Hot Rod Rodney Jordan coming into this bout with 4-4, going against Akio Fujiwara making his debut.
Rodney Jordan in the camouflage compression shorts, and Akio Fujiwara in the black. Akio comes to us from East Coast fighter, great Muay Thai school as well as Jiu-Jitsu school over there at East Coast. So it's going to be very interesting to see how he comes out, how prepared he is.
Both men testing to stand up early.
Comes out really, really strong.
Fujiwara looking for the body lock at this time. It's got Hot Rod up against the cage looking for a takedown.
Even though Hot Rod does have the experience at 4-4, it still means he's still a 500 fighter at this point. It's always exciting to see these debuters, to see exactly what they will bring into the fight cage. Knowing Hot Rod Jordan having his fights before, he comes as a grappler.
Yeah, very experienced wrestler. I've seen him against some tough competition here in the Fight Lab cage as well. His last fight against Tony Gravely, our 145-pound Fight Lab champion.
I think Rodney was just motioning that Akio hit him in the back of the head or the back of the ear. Not 100% where it landed. Sometimes, or the most point, what they try to use is the air muff rule. If a fist touches the air, it's pretty much a legal strike. I would strongly suggest that Rodney would start, being more aggressive, letting his hands go a little more instead of faking all the time. Akio's doing a great job of being very, very active, being very calm and relaxed in there.
He looks very calm for a debut fighter. He was able to get off the cage rather well. Hot Rod looks to be diversifying his attacks here. Just seen a spinning back kick from him or a side kick not too long ago, now a straight front kick. Fujiwara just keeps walking forward though.
Absolutely, and that's the one thing that people misunderstand about the striking aspect of it. You have to have somewhat dominant and have somewhat amount of respect, because if he doesn't respect what you do, he's gonna walk through everything you're doing.
As of right now, the only thing keeping Akio away from Hot Rod right now is his kicks, the side kick and the front kick. There's no setting of any stance of the jab, no right hand being thrown. Everything is a reach. Everything's a reach.
Fujiwara not setting up any of his strikes though, just moving forward. You see Hot Rod changing angles, moving side to side. That could be part of Fujiwara's Muay Thai background, which is more of a straightforward.
Absolutely. Coming forward the whole time. Great show of respect right there at the end of the time. Fujiwara got a short bow out. All right, as we start round two. Hot Rod Jordan once again, the camouflage trunks. Akio in the black compression.
Both guys coming back to be full of energy here. Hot Rod moving around back and forth. Seem to be a well-conditioned athlete. Fujiwara doesn't seem any less.
Worse for wear, absolutely not. I'll say one thing, Hot Rod is doing a great job, like you said, of creating those angles, back, forth, side to side, side to side. And finally, one big punch. Nice kick to the body.
There.
Absolutely.
Landed a nice one there.
Fujiwara tries to return it.
Fujiwara looking for the takedown.
Good thing Rodney is looking to start to pick up the pace. Already throwing more strikes in this round so far than he did the whole first round. Looking a lot better, more comfortable.
He's moving around well. Fujiwara he's having a hard time getting the distance. Seems to be a shorter, more compact fighter. Hot Rod using his length well. Using his legs to move around quite well as well.
Correct me if I'm wrong, the only thing I see, even though Rodney's doing a great job of throwing those punches out there and leaving that hand out there, doesn't seem to be much behind the punches. They're almost like pop shots.
Fujiwara closed the distance, looking for a takedown. Hot Rod was threatening with the guillotine for a moment.
Fujiwara did a great job of evading that guillotine, looking for the takedown.
You can see the confidence just building with every second that passes for Hot Rod.
Absolutely. And I guess it's a thing about attrition. You know, you start to see a little reminiscence of his teammate Ricky Rainey, also was in the corner. There's a lot of similarities there.
Fujiwara getting frustrated with the constant misses, unable to find the distance in this fight. Another front kick by Hot Rod there.
Hot Rod's confidence is really starting to grow. He's starting to get his range, starting to figure everything out now.
Oh, nice left hook. Nice step away left hook there.
Nice left hook. And there put Fujiwara away.
Second mark. Fujiwara gets the takedown. Worked hard for the takedown.
Another back and forth session. It's going to be really hard for the judges to give these rounds.
I don't know. Hot Rod had a very impressive round in my opinion. He had a nice left hook. It was almost a dominant round for Hot Rod, aside from the takedown at the end. Fujiwara is just chasing Hot Rod around the cage, not able to land much of anything. Having a really hard time finding his distance.
So far, really good round. A really good fight.
Good fight, yeah. Definitely impressive in his debut against a very experienced fighter in Hot Rod, who's had 8 MMA fights, kickboxing matches, as well as boxing matches recently as well.
One thing that's never been a question by any time at Hot Rod fights is his cardio is always at the next level. Fujiwara is turning a lot of power into those mid kicks.
Still stalking Hot Rod down. If he just, there you go, you get some lateral movement. Like that. Close the distance better. Nice jab, Hot Rod, by Hot Rod there, laying flush.
Hot Rod's doing a great job of being evasive. Fujiwara is not giving up 1 point. He hadn't took one back step. He's continuing to push forward.
Continuing to move forward. He seems to be chasing Hot Rod around the cage. So I'd like to see him move to his left or his right a little better, try to cut Hot Rod off.
To start cutting it off, absolutely.
Fujiwara having little success in his stand-up, looking for a takedown.
Fujiwara goes for a low single. Elevates it up, snatches it up to a high.
Hot Rod drops down, looks like he go for a leg lock here. He's got a knee bar opportunity, lost it. Comes up.
Wow, what a transition. Fujiwara almost takes Rodney's back, coming to a neutral positioning.
Nice little scramble. Hot Rod looking to come up and reverse mount. Gave up his back momentarily and then quickly reversed it. Takes Fujiwara's back. Fujiwara doing an excellent job blocking the hook. Hot Rod gets it in.
Jordan's in the saddle, has both hooks in.
Looking for the rear naked choke.
It's in deep. Akio's in danger here. He has to do something. He has to try and isolate one of his legs, step over, work on that grip, make sure it doesn't sink in that lock for that rear naked.
Hot Rod on top, trying to soften him up a little bit. He's got total control here. Nice escape there into half guard for Fujiwara. This kid's battling. He's no quitting this kid.
Rodney's top pressure seems to be pretty devastating. 10 seconds left in the fight. Hot Rod seems very complacent in this position. And that's it.
That's it. Round 3 in the books. Hot Rod showed massive improvements over his last recent fights. Stand-up is being very diversified, front kicks, side kicks. Landing good jabs, things you just didn't see from Hot Rod.
Absolutely, Hot Rod Jordan actually started that round, started that fight off rather slow. Once he got his feet underneath him and got his range together, picked it up aggressively the whole time. Outside of the first round, I'd have to get that fight to Hot Rod.
Oh, absolutely.
As he's making a great debut.
Gotta give Fujiwara credit though. Making a debut fighter, making a debut against a guy with 8 MMA fights. It's a lot of experience to give up. And you see why tonight, why many fighters, those debuts don't come in and fight guys with 8 MMA fights. The experience that Hot Rod had was the difference maker tonight.
I think great thing is, as we start seeing some of these fighters that have this experience of the 4-on-4 fighters, you know, total 8 fights, to watch his progression from having no stand-up whatsoever and to actually being versatile and being smart with his strikes.
Absolutely. Let's go inside the cage and get the official result.
This fight has went the distance, and we have a winner. And it is out of the red corner by unanimous decision, Rodney Jordan.
I am here with the Hot Rod, Mr. Hot Rod. How you doing right about now?
Feeling great. I just got my breath back.
You need enough time to take pictures with your fans so that you can regain energy to talk to me, right?
Yes, yes.
You become a rock star here at Fight Lab. There were so many people cheering for you throughout your fight. It was amazing.
Thank you.
How did that feel to have so many people scream your name and that support in the crowd tonight?
It was great. It was a little nerve-wracking. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie, I was very nervous. But it was great. I love the support. I've been blessed. So.
You have, absolutely. You've recently taken on a job at the UFC Valentine Gym.
Uh-huh.
How has that been as far as with you training and also having to train people? How has that been for your, I don't know, your training camp?
It's good, but like it's a balance.
Yeah,
Because I have to make sure I'm not taking time away from me preparing for a fight, and then I also, you know, I love to be around these people and push them.
Yeah.
So it also is a support group because it pushes me pushing them.
What's one of the things that you like to teach your students whenever they're starting off and they're, you know, trying to get fit? What's something that you do to inspire them?
I'm really big on cardio, core work, and I love to give to the sport of judo. I try to teach everybody at least a leg trip. I didn't get to demonstrate that tonight. He's a really good wrestler, but.
Well, besides the fight tonight, you've recently done a whole lot of other things. So you did the boxing bout with Fight Lab.
Yes,
How was that?
amazing. That was amazing. I actually want to do at least 10 of those.
Yeah.
So to build on more experience. So.
Yeah. I'm sure it was hard to not want to judo throw your opponent when you're in the boxing ring, only doing boxing that night, right?
I thought about it. I tried to throw a knee at the end.
Yeah.
But.
So I remember whenever you first stepped into Dark Side Gym.
Oh,
Yeah, I remember you walking in there, and you know, honestly, just seeing how you've transformed into the fighter that you have is truly amazing. What kept you going and not quitting? Because you've really been at it, just you know, nonstop.
I have to give it to really good training partners there.
Yeah.
Brad, Michael Allen,
Yeah.
who's like a father figure to me. Edward Allen, who's like a brother, who is a brother to me.
Yeah, that is your brother.
These guys, they push me a lot. Ricky, Derek Hyatt, Joe Pacheco, a lot of guys that I look up to. Dingo, oh my God, my first freaking 6 months. I'm surprised I didn't leave because he was a torture device. But he's always given me like wisdom, and so it's just a good group of guys.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So after this fight, are you going to start to do some more jiu-jitsu tournaments, or are you going to just kind of get on track for the next fight?
I'm gonna hit the ground running.
Yeah.
I'm looking to compete again, whether it's boxing or jiu-jitsu, maybe even wrestling. I don't know, but just stay active.
Very nice. When you're training, how many selfies a day do you take to help you with your fight game?
Man, the selfie game is strong.
Your
I'm working
selfie
on
game
it.
is very
I'm
strong.
working
You
on
do
it.
like 20 selfies a day during your
Yeah.
fight camp, so they're good. All right. So I'm going to end our interview with you doing like one of your GQ poses that you were demonstrating over there. So let's just. That's it. Just like that. That's how you win a fight.
Dingo, don't beat me up.
Big and tight like we're short. Real men box.